Okay, so what we're going to look at in this lesson, I'm going to go through these two questions here that we looked at in class, just so that we can have a little bit of a record in relation to what we've covered. So if we think about this question here, so what it asks you to do is find the perimeter of each of these shapes, give each answer correct to the nearest whole number. So if we focus on this first one here, and we want to try and calculate the perimeter. So the first thing really that you want to do is you want to draw, like you can draw out the shape. So if we think about it, for the first one, so we have two shapes. We have a rectangle. So you have a rectangle, and then on top of that, then you have a half circle. Okay, so it's something like that. Now, it tells us, so you can see here that these are right angle triangles. And it gives us some dimensions. So for example, along the bottom is 9 centimeters. That's from here to here. And then from top, the width or the breadth of the rectangle is 4 centimeters. So really what we're trying to do is, first of all, we want to focus on what we're trying to get is the perimeter. So what is the perimeter? Okay, so if I was to trace the outline, for example, like the outline of this shape, so if I was to start here and trace along here, go up here, go around this circle, half circle should I say, and then back down here, that distance that I traveled, that is what's known as the perimeter. So we have two shapes, we want to get the perimeter. So first of all, like what we want to do is, we want to get the shape of this side, and this side first of all. So if we think about this side, and this side, so what is the distance, let's say from here to here, it's going to be exactly the same as the distance here, so it's going to be 4 centimeters. So what's going to be the perimeter of this bottom part of the shape? Well, it's just going to be 4 plus 4 plus 9. So it's going to be 4 plus 4 plus 9, which is just equal to 4 and 4 is 8, and 9 is 17 centimeters. So that's for the bottom part. Now what we need to think about is how do we get the perimeter of this half circle here? So if we have a full circle, so imagine this is my full circle here, and it's of radius r. So if I want to get the perimeter of this, so the perimeter, and I'll just abbreviate it as P, so the perimeter is equal to 2 pi r. Okay, so it's equal to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius. Now what we need then, if we think about this, so imagine if we take this half circle and we take it out and we treat it like it's a whole circle. So imagine we take it out and we treat it like it's a whole circle. So the first thing we kind of need to figure out is what's the radius of this circle. So what you can look at it is, you can look at it from the point of view, 9 centimeters would be the diameter of the circle. So imagine this is our circle, and we can see that the diameter, okay, which is just the length from one side of the circle to the other, would be 9 centimeters. So see the way, so let's say from here to here is going to be 9 centimeters. So if I want to get, so what's half of 9 centimeters? So it's going to be 9 divided by 2, which is just equal to 4.5. So the radius then, if you like, the distance from here to here, okay, which is the radius, is going to be equal to 4.5 centimeters. Okay, so the radius is equal to 4.5 centimeters. So R is equal to 4.5 centimeters. So that's going to be the radius. So what we can do now is we can take this here and we can get we can figure out like what would be the perimeter of a circle, of a full circle that had a radius of 4.5 centimeters. So we just plug in our details into the formula. So P is going to be equal to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius, which is 4.5. So if we pull up our calculator and we plug in these guys here, so it's 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by 4.5. So cancel, so it's going to be 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by 4.5, which is the radius. So that's equal to 28.27. So this part here then, it works out to 28.27. So this is equal to 28.27 centimeters. So 28.27 centimeters. So this here would be the perimeter. So imagine we had a circle that had a radius of 4.5 centimeters. So the whole circle, the radius would be 28.27 centimeters. Now, if we think about this particular shape, we only have half of a circle. So what we need to do is we need to take this value here and we need to divide it by 2. We need to split it in half. So 28.27 divided by 2, which is equal to, so if we use our calculator, so 28.27 divided by 2, so that's equal to 14.135, so we'll round it up to 14.14, that's it, so 14.14. So 14.14, so we've just taken this here and we've just rounded it up. So now what we have, so that is the perimeter of the half circle. So this is the perimeter then of the half circle. So the way we can think about it then is, so we have two shapes. So we have this shape here. Okay, so it's something like that. Okay, so that's just this bottom part. And the perimeter of this shape is just what we've done here, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 9. So it's 4 plus 4 plus 9. So the perimeter of that is just equal to 17 centimeters. And then in addition to that, we also have this half circle. So we have, so the top part, which is like a half circle, something like that. Okay. So the distance or the perimeter of this half circle is equal to, and we've worked it out here. So we've got the perimeter of a full circle that has a radius of 4.5 centimeters. We've worked it out using this 2 pi r. And then our answer, we've had to split it in half, divided by 2, which is 14.14 centimeters. So what we need to do now is we need to combine these two amounts together, and that will give us the perimeter of this particular shape. So you have 17.00 and you have 14.14, and you want to add these two together. So this is just 4, 1 point, so 7 and 4 is 11, and then this, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, so it's equal to 31.14 centimeters. So that's going to be, if we combine these two shapes together, we'll have the shape that we have up there. So you have like a rectangle like that, and then you have your top part like that. So the distance or the perimeter is going to be the perimeter of this part plus the perimeter of this part added together, and that's going to be equal to 31.14 centimeters. And the question then, what it asks us to do is, it asks us to correct it to the nearest whole number. So we have a look at this, and we look at the number after the decimal point. So we can see that it's less than 5. So basically what happens is this will round to 31 centimeters to the nearest whole number. 31 centimeters. So your answer, so this is your answer here. So your answer is equal to 31 centimeters.